Hey guys, it's Daniel the Movie Buff here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the newest Spider-Man film, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And it's a film I had very low expectations for, and a film that I wasn't so excited for because I wasn't a big fan of the Mark Webb reboot. It had a lot of issues. I'm not going to go into that now, but I will one day. It was just so dull and just trying to be the Dark Knight that it wasn't its own movie. So I wasn't anticipating The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It looked like it was too bloated. It looked like there was so much going on in terms of characters and plot lines, and there was 3 villains. Were they going to Spider-Man 3 it by having too many villains that they could handle? The first one couldn't even handle one, okay? Couldn't handle one villain properly, so I was worried about it. The trailers looked kind of okay, just okay. But I saw this movie, and I have to say, I can only do that because this movie had me emotionally invested, mentally invested, physically invested. I was so into this movie from start to finish, and it's a very long movie. It goes much deeper and more emotional than its predecessor, but it's also so much more fun. The first one didn't take itself seriously. Actually, no, it took itself too seriously. And this film doesn't. It's goofy. There are many goofy, over-the-top performances that I actually enjoyed. I think Spider-Man should be a little bit over the top, should be a little bit fun, and this film embraces it and goes for it. Mark Webb, you could actually see his vision. This time, I felt like the first one, his vision was very blurred, and and although being a comic book fanboy, you couldn't tell what he wanted to do with it. But this one, you can definitely see where he's going, and that makes me so excited. There's some great action, some great intense moments. Mark Webb and great comedic moments, and Mark Webb balances them all. The acting in this film is very good. I was won over by Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Peter Parker. I now really like this version of Peter Parker. I still think Tobey Maguire is the better Peter Parker, but Andrew Garfield owns being Spider-Man. He just owns it. He's very fast, witty, toned, and he's just a great Spider-Man. Emma Stone, I thought, was one of the best parts of the last movie, and she nailed it again here. There's not much more she can do with the character, but she was still great. Jamie Foxx makes you feel sorry for both Max Dillon and Electro. You really were worried about where he was going to end up at the end of the film. And I think that's the mark of a great performance. Dane DeHaan was very, very creepy and very, very good at it. Sally Field was just phenomenal in this movie. She took everything that she did in the first movie and just ramped it up. She was very, very good. There's a very emotionally charged scene in that I think is one of the best scenes in the movie between Andrew Garfield and Sally Field. And you don't know when you see it, but their chemistry is great. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's chemistry is great. It's real. That relationship is real. But the film does have issues. It is very bloated. There's a lot of stuff going on. Villains, everything. But it's all well written, and it didn't bother me. The villains actually had arcs, and they weren't stuffed in there. Yes, the Rhino has a very limited screen time, but that didn't bother me because they were obviously setting up for the Amazing Spider-Man 3. So I don't know why people say that it's shoehorned in there. I think the Rhino was done pretty well. I'm glad they didn't give him a backstory. Otherwise, yes, it would be shoehorned in there. It'd be just too much. So there are issues. It's long. It's very bloated, but the amount of fun I had just knocked all the negatives out of the way. The villains aren't underdeveloped, and everybody gets their own moment to shine in this very, very long movie. And I really liked that. The comedy this time, in the first film, it offered a really weird, tonal shift. It brought, the film was trying to be dark, but then it had comedy in it, and the tone just was everywhere in that movie. And then this film, it actually works because this film is much more colourful, much more vibrant, much more over the top. There are many over the top moments, there are many over the top performances, and people are going to find that as a negative, but I didn't necessarily find that a negative. I loved The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It has emotional depth, it has great character development, great character moments, great story, great villains, very sympathetic villains. I can see where it's all going now. This film made everything clearer. It made everything clearer. You know what? This isn't a perfect film, but this is one of the most fun times I've had in the cinema this year. That and this and the Lego Movie have been so much fun. I'm doing it. I'm giving it 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. A lot of people are going to disagree with me. I hope they can respect that as my opinion. I love this movie, and I can't wait till America sees it. I will make a spoiler review because there is a couple of emotional points in the film that I would like to discuss that need a spoiler review. So I will make one later this week. And my Empire Strikes Back review is coming out very soon as well. Alright guys, this is Daniel the Movie Buff. Keep on filming.